The biggest problem that I have with traditional in-home salespeople is they come into a customer's house. Customer maybe is short on time. Customer's already had an estimate, and they will say to a traditional standard salesperson, I've already had an estimate. Here are the measurements. Take that proposal and give me your price. What a mistake. We don't know what the level of experience was with that first person. Have they discussed all of your options with you and you're getting now a second price on what you really want? Or are you taking the advice of someone that has zero thought process about what your project could be? And they've literally come in, measured what you've got, put a proposal together to replicate a newer version of what you were given by a developer. And now everybody's going to give you a price on that project. That's never going to give you what you're looking for. A design consultant is going to come in. They're going to look at your first window and say, why does that window open that way? Did you design it that way, or did you buy the house and it was already done that way? I didn't think about that. You know what? Doesn't make any sense. We actually put our furniture in a way that we didn't want to put our furniture because the window opened that way. You're saying we could have that window open the way we want to? Fantastic. Let's talk about your options. Does it want to change from a right to a left to a right? Do we want it to go up and down? Does it want to be a casement? Does it want to be stationary? These options are all available. Not only that, colors. Let's talk about colors. How many times have people got an estimate for white vinyl windows? And then 8 people give you the same price on white vinyl windows and you didn't know that there was black or espresso or green or red or whatever colors you might have available to you. And there are many more other things. There's hundreds and hundreds of options when it comes to windows and doors. So find out what your options are. It's really important because in my experience, the amount of times I've had a customer say to me, oh, I've already had someone come out and give me a price on my windows. Here are the measurements. Can you just please give me a price? And I say, no, that is crazy. I need to look at every window and door in your house, look at it with you, go inside and outside and say, why was that window designed that way? Typical house, all of your windows open from right to left. Why? It's got nothing to do with your specific house. It's because it was drawn by a draftsman or an architect in an architecture office nowhere near where you live. And you've got streets that face all kinds of different directions and you've got all kinds of different scenarios. You're not going to get the best bang for your buck, the best design for your house, and you're just not going to get the best results by doing that. So let's look at each individual window and figure out which way do you want it to open and close? What's best for your lifestyle? Let's just talk about airflow, for example. Starting around 1990, 1995, traditional home builders started putting in a lot of windows, a lot more than they had in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And a lot of those windows, because of the cost, the developers bought stationary windows, picture windows. They don't open. So you have a lot of windows that don't allow any air into your house. Changing a fixed window to an operable window will allow for airflow into your house. That can affect your energy bills. That can affect all kinds of stuff, whether you even need to turn your air conditioning on or not. So really important that you look at each individual window and figure out where it sits in relation to northeast, southwest. Are you trying to block sunlight? Do you need low E glass on those windows or not? There's a lot of things to consider that could have huge benefits to you down the road. So an example of somebody replacing their windows in Carmel Valley recently. If that person had just changed their windows the way they were, they would have kept a stationary window that faced west. They would have received no benefit other than the fact that it would have been dual paned and it would have been a new window with a lifetime warranty. But us changing that to a crank out casement window that allowed her to open that window fully 90 degrees. Every square inch of that window now became airflow, flowed all the way from the front to the back of the house, and has changed the outcome of that window situation. When you make changes like this, it can affect outcomes way down the road. Your electricity bill every month, winter, summer, putting in low E glass that can stop huge amounts of UV from affecting the heat that comes in, but your flooring, your furniture, your curtains. Having a design consultant to discuss with you what all of the options are and knowing what all of the options are is really important. In my experience, the average person in the industry that doesn't have much experience doesn't even know what all of the options are. So how can they share them with you? Hire a design consultant from a window company that has many years of experience and knows everything that's available to you.